to Simple Life, and today I'm bringing you one of my favorite videos to film of the whole year, and that is curriculum video, my curriculum video of all of the things that I've chosen. I've tried to separate it a little bit. We have a lot of stacks here, some different companies that I bought from. I'm trying to think. I have bought from thriftbooks for several things, Amazon. Let's see, and it looks like I'm missing. Am I missing one of them? Oh, no, I'm not. I was like, oh, that's right. That is the whole book. So I'm sorry. I thought it was like a book that came with it. So, all right, we're getting back into this. It's going to be Amazon. Let me see. Amazon, Thrift Book, Christian Book, IEW, and actually the Daily Grace Cone. I think those are the 5 curriculum companies. It's plenty. It would be nice if I could purchase everything just from Christian Book or Amazon. That did not happen, and that is totally fine. I have pieced together a good size curriculum that I feel like will be plenty. Will fill my kids up to overflowing in the next school year for 2022-2023. And I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do first? And you will see a curriculum that I have not normally shown on my channel. I think I would talk a little bit about it in this last school year, which we are still very much doing. So, yes, they're actually getting a little break right now while I film this video. So they are loving that. Let's see. What do we want to start with first? What is the IEW? Let's jump into IEW. The first thing we have from IEW is this whole pack, and I will also do curriculum flip throughs and all the things. And so if there's anything in particular that you see throughout this video, just let me know and I will do a flip through. All right. The first thing, I got the year 1 level C, and it is their structure and style. I should say this in another video, but the reason why you're going to see a lot of IEW stuff in particular is because I want to use this as kind of a jump off point, as a teaching. I don't know that we're actually going to use the papers that are actually in here that come with the whole kit. And the reason why is because I kind of wanted to do something that goes along with our history. I realized whenever I got IEW, the U.S. history last year, I realized that would be a little bit much to do without doing the structure and style. It's kind of important to do the structure and style first, or at least have the teaching part of it. So basically, you have all of your student paperwork in here, everything that your student needs, along with some things for the parent as well. I'll put that in here so I don't lose any of it. And being the old-fashioned gal that I am, we got DVDs. They have it all online where you can actually just plug into your computer and do it all online. But I don't really like to do it that way because I feel like, well, what if our internet's like down and all of the things? So I was thinking about all this stuff, like what if which we should be in our house and completely unpacked by the time the next school year starts in our new house, which a big update video will be coming on that. But being the person that I am, I always get DVDs if possible. So DVDs. We will definitely be doing this, and I feel like my youngest 2 will also benefit from this as well. So either they will watch in on the videos, or I will just like pass on the knowledge, because they're definitely going to do their subject as well. All 3 of my kids are going to be in IEW this year. All right. So if you hear that, I'm just kind of stacking stuff back up there so it's not like a complete mess the time I'm done. All right, so along with that IEW structure and style, because we're just going to basically glean from the knowledge and the teaching, which is going to be amazing, but I want my oldest to do, and I'll tell you why in a minute, ancient history based writing lessons. Basically, we're going to be doing ancient history this year, so that is why I want him to do this. Is the student book, and it has lots of book suggestions that we will be pulling from and reading as read alouds to go along with their history as well. And this is the teacher's manual. So we have the student and the teacher book as well. So that is for my oldest, along with the DVDs, Learning with Structure and Style. I went ahead and just got the whole kit because it was just cheaper than just buying DVDs. All right, and I'm going to continue on with my oldest. I also got their Fixit Grammar. We did book 1, The Nose Tree, and we are still finishing that up for this year. And I got it again for next year. It's a little bit different. This time you don't have to have a notebook. They completely changed it. I will do a flip through. Don't want this video to be incredibly long, but I will be doing flip throughs. This is a Town Mouse and Country Mouse. We fell in love with several curriculum companies this year, and IEW is hands down one of them. I loved their Fixit Grammar. My oldest grew by leaps and bounds with his grammar and punctuation and sentence structure and all the things. So that's why we are jumping head first into their writing, which I had planned to do this last year, but honestly, all the things I really found out we really needed structure and style. So that is why we are doing structure and style, and we are continuing on with Fixit Grammar, which they're the books, the theme-based writing is what they call it, like with the ancient history. We will be getting back into U.S. history at some point, maybe year 3 of our classical history that we are taking a completely different approach to history, and I am looking so forward to it. We're getting back to my roots of what I actually originally picked for homeschool history at the beginning of our homeschool, when I really started digging and finding a good history curriculum. So Fixit Grammar book 2, and I am so excited because I know that he will glean even more wisdom this year. All right, now my youngest 2, talking about their writing, they are going to do the Bible Heroes Writing Lessons in Structure and Style. This is going to be their writing curriculum. I got them each a book. They will be gleaning wisdom from the IEW Structure and Style, or I will be teaching them that good wisdom, however that works. It also comes with I got the teacher manual as well. I just love the teacher manual. One thing I've always loved about the IEW program is that it's spiral bound. I don't have to take it to the store and get it spiral bound. It just already is spiral bound, and I just absolutely love that. All right, so that is all of our things from IEW. All right, so let's see, what do we want to get into next? I guess we're going to follow that up with our Bible curriculum. All right. Doesn't mean I won't be adding anything else into it, but this is what we have planned so far. Route 66. This is my oldest book. This is his student book. It is, it's a lot, but I wanted him to have a little bit of a meatier subjects this year. He's going into 9th grade, year 1 of high school. I cannot believe it. Did I tell you at the beginning? I have a 9th grader, a 4th grader, and a 3rd grader. I apologize if I did not say that at the beginning of this video. But yes, this is what my oldest will be doing. Honestly, I could have probably just picked me a book up and done it with him, and I might, but I think I will probably learn just as much right along with him. It goes through each book of the Bible, beautiful black and white pictures, which I think are really sweet. And it also has a teacher manual, which comes with this binder for the teacher, all the teacher papers. So I think I probably will have enough stuff without needing my own little book. But yeah, look at all this teacher stuff. I cannot wait. It's got all the answers, all the things that I will be teaching him. And I personally know that I will learn things right along with him. And then my youngest 2, I don't think this is connected, but I've seen another homeschool mom. If you do not follow Ashley over at Grace and Grit, I highly recommend go check her out. I'm sure you probably have heard of her, but if you've not heard of her, I highly recommend it. But this is for grades 2 through 5, and this is what she added in for her younger kids that were not yet in the age, maybe old enough to do the Route 66. And so I don't know how this is going to go. We're just going to take it one day at a time and see. I think even if I'm not able to do the Bible maybe with I'm hoping, because we've always done Bible as a family. So I'm hoping, and I feel like it will be good, but maybe not too overwhelming for my younger two. We're just going to see. We're going to see, because it might be. And they also have the Bible Heroes writing from IEW. So if they don't do this, or if they don't enjoy it or don't do it every day, I'm not going to sweat about it. But I do have them a book. It's for grades 2 through 5. And I'm hoping I can incorporate it with this Route 66 over here for my oldest. And since we're talking about Bible, let's just continue on with Bible. And this is the two things I got from Daily Grace Co. It is their Theology Handbook and the Bible Handbook. The Theology Handbook kind of tells you about some of the doctrines, which I've already done a little bit of a flip through, and I know that I don't agree with everything, but this is the thing about the Bible handbooks. They are supposed to be done along with the Bible, and you're going to find things that you don't agree with. It's just par for the course when you are reading a Bible book. It's not the Bible. It's just not the Bible. And so you're going to find things in there that you don't agree with. But overall, I feel like it's going to be good, like the inerrancy of Scripture, kind of discerning truth from error. I feel like that will be good. It always has beautiful pages. Kind of talks about like soteriology, which is the study of salvation. Not that you need to know that to live a great Christian life. You don't have to know about. You just need to know a pneumatology, study of the Holy Spirit. That isn't necessary to live a good Christian life and live a close walk with God. They have just broken things down into different categories to make it easier. Eschatology, the study of the end times. Like I said, you don't have to know all this stuff. I just think that would be nice for my oldest to kind of dig a little deeper. I will be doing this along with him. And the next thing is the Bible Handbook. So basically, this is how this is going to work. In this Route 66 book that I have bought for my oldest to do for his Bible this year, when you get to a book like Judges and you're going through it and you're learning about Judges using your Bible, which is what I want him to do. I want him to learn to navigate, not just navigate through the Bible easily. He's pretty good at getting through the whole Bible. My younger two are going to be working on navigating, learning all the books of the Bible and things like that. So their Route 66 books are just going to be, when I say their Route 66 books, I'm talking about these. These are just going to be like a little bit of extra thing for them to do, because I have other things planned for them as well, which I will talk about each thing we are doing in each grade level, what we are doing. This is basically just an overall curriculum. But how I thought I would go ahead and show you real quickly how I'm going to be doing that is like when we're doing like the book of Judges, for example, we will open up this book and we will go through their book of Judges and kind of dig a little deeper. I have really, really loved and benefited from being able to do that. This will keep me from having to just search the internet and all of that. So here we go at Judges. It shows like a map, and it shows like kind of when the book was written. And if y'all have never done a chronological study of the Bible, I'm actually going to put up a whole video starting May 1st. I'm going to do chronologically through the Bible in like around 90 days. And I am following a Bible plan, and I'm so excited. I will do a whole new video on that. But I really think it's really going to click with me. I've heard a lot of other people say that they have really benefited from a chronological Bible study. So it will be open to whoever wants to maybe jump on board and do that with me. I will have that video up in plenty of time if you want to jump on board and do that with me. That will start in 2 weeks. All right. I'm all over the place. Let's get into history. I think that's a good round to get into what we are going to be doing for history. It is going to be, my nose, allergies are awful. I feel like I say that in almost every video. All right, I said this before. We've done the story of the world before. We are basically going back to my roots of what I really liked in a history curriculum when we very first started homeschool. All right. The mystery of history. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this. I have never personally heard about it, but I've actually searched some YouTube videos and found that there are actually a lot of people that have heard about it. So, The Mystery of History. It is basically a 4-volume set, which I'm so excited about because my son has 4 more years of school. My gosh, to even just to think about that, to say that out loud is just so, oh my gosh, 4 years of school left. So I feel like we gotta pack it on. Sisters, we gotta pack it on. All right. The Mystery of History, Volume 1, Creation to the Resurrection. And it is a biblical worldview. Pretty much everything that I choose has a biblical worldview, if you are not already familiar with that. The Mystery of History, Volume 1, I will be doing a complete flip through. It's got a chunky that is for me as a teacher to have. And it's got, lots of stuff. And I will be shocked if I don't get a spiral bound at an office store nearby. I will more than likely take it and get it spiral bound. If not, I will have a binder to have it all in. The next thing that I'm going to use with that, this is the companion guide, which is already bound. So that's like an extra. So I don't know if I'm going to get that spiral bound. I need to look through the whole thing. I have really been so busy and have not really looked through. Plus just busy with the last school year. So we're still continuing on with that. This is also the companion. The Chronological Christian Complete. Mystery of History, Volume 1, Creation to the Resurrection. And this is, I don't know if that's like projects or just extra stuff, but this is a companion guide. It's a little bit smaller. I love that it's bound. It's a beautiful book. I love the color, the mustard yellow color. And it has all the different, it's divided into quarters. It's divided into semesters, just however you plan out your homeschool year. It's got lots of different ways. It has some Bible. It has some Habakkuk. It's got lots of Bible characters. And so I feel like this is all going to go along, which is why I picked ancient history for my oldest for his IEW writing. And the next thing I got for my children to do is this Draw and Write. I believe I picked this up on Christian Book or Amazon, one or the other. Draw and Write through history, and it is creation through Jonah, so it doesn't go as far as the resurrection, but that's totally fine. They have how to draw. My kids love art. This kind of also doubles as like an art curriculum, writing, and just whatever they want. And we also add in different things. When I read history, I want them to do something like this maybe once a week, and then they choose what else they want to do. I let them kind of free ride. We will probably do like what you call like a little journaling through this history. I feel like that would be really good. I have seen other homeschool moms do that, and that's something I kind of want to bring back into our homeschool, which I kind of did that a little bit this last year with our Star Spangled Story with Not Grass, and I loved doing that so much. And my kids really looked forward to doing our history 2 to 3 times a week, which we normally did it in the evening or at night, kind of before bed. And they loved it. They would sit and they would draw the best pictures and color and just have fun. And I would just say, just draw me a story about this, or write a story about this, or draw this, or they would do their best to get it done. My kids are pretty talented when it comes to drawing, unlike me. And this is what I've got my boys, is stories from the Old Testament, which I feel like would go with our history. It's just these Dover coloring books, which I come back to year after year. And it has a little bit of a Bible story if we wanted to read it. But a lot of times they just do the coloring. Like, it's supposed to be about Moses, when Moses and God were on the mount. And then that is a lot of different stories when Lot was fleeing Sodom and Gomorrah. It's got just lots of different stories all the way to what's the last one? Jonah. That's Jonah. It's a Jonah thing. All right, so I got those 2 for my boys, which doesn't mean my daughter can't use this, but I thought this would be really cool for her. This is Women of the Bible, and it is from Dover Coloring Book, and it's got really sweet stories. I just thought just a little something different, special for her, and I just thought that would be so fun. So yeah, from Eve to Mary Magdalene, the immortal women of Holy Scripture. Yeah, it is very pretty. All right, the next thing, I've just been kind of gathering a few things, as you can see. The next thing I have that I've actually used for my Wednesday night class at church, and these are the sweetest little things. I probably got them off of Amazon. They came from Oriental Trading Company. I'm trying to think, where is this bag may not be opened. I think I might have got an extra bag. But anyway, they are just the little creation wheels. It has the little deals. I don't know if y'all have ever done these before, but they're super fun, where they have like two pieces, and it has the bottom picture and then the top one, and you kind of clip them together, and then they kind of spin. It's like a little wheel. It's super fun. My class on Wednesday night class loved doing these. They were super fun. They could color it, do whatever, paint. I don't care. The sky is the limit. So that's going to go along with our history. All right, the next thing that we're going to be doing, I guess I'll show you the book studies that we're going to be doing. I've seen other videos. I get lots of ideas from homeschool moms. I super enjoy watching y'all's videos. But it is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have personally hardly ever read anything by C.S. Lewis, but I'm super interested, and I think my kids will really enjoy it as well. So we got the first one, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and it goes along with this. It is from Memoria Press, but I got them from christianbook.com. And I'm super excited. I don't know how we're going to do it, if I'm just going to ask them the questions or I'm going to let them write the answers. Maybe my oldest will write the answers. I don't really know how we're going to do it, but I know we'll do it together. Possibly me asking the questions. I don't know. Anyway, I just think it'll be really fun just to kind of see where their minds are at, and just to get them to be thinking about and just kind of talking about what they learned, and just give them a little bit. Maybe the questions will help them maybe think about something that they didn't already think about. So yeah, and I want to read a lot more of these books to my kids in the upcoming school year. And so yeah, that will start us off. The next book study I got us was, of course, my very tried and true Charlotte's Web. And that one also came from Memoria Press. It has the little book study, and I feel like it'll be so much fun. I'm excited because it'll probably make me think, too, about things that I might not have normally thought about. So, yeah, Charlotte's Web, if y'all don't know, is one of my all-time favorite classic books. Any chance I get a chance to just grab it and read it, I do. So I purchased that one on Christian Book, the whole thing. So, all right. The next book study I purchased 3 of them, and it is Heidi. I thought I heard something over there. All right, I purchased Heidi, and I am super excited. My kids have never actually read this book through, so I'm super excited. And I also got the little book study as well, and it is from Memoria Press. So apparently Memoria Press puts out a lot of book studies. But those are the 3 I chose. Oh yeah, and to also go with, I guess will lead me into my Amazon purchases. All right, I got this. It's called Roar, and I thought this was so fun. It actually it's a Christian family guide to the Chronicles of Narnia. So all the books of the Chronicles of Narnia, it kind of talks about all of them. And I thought that would be so fun, since I was wanting to dig into the C.S. Lewis Chronicles of Narnia books. I thought that would be so fun. It is all 7 of them. I didn't know there were so many. It says, your guide to all 7 Chronicles, including the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It's got the Magician's Nephew. Apparently that's the first one. So we might need to read that one first before we jump into the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I'm glad I have this book. So apparently the Magician's Nephew is first, then the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the Horse and His Boy, Prince Caspian, the Voyage of the Dawn Treader, the Silver Chair, and the Last Battle. That's so fun. I'm so excited. And the pictures just look beautiful. I'm so excited. The next thing I got from Amazon is for my oldest son and his cursive writing. Honestly, his cursive is really well, and I don't think he would need it, honestly, for the rest of his school year. But we're going to do it anyway. And I just thought this would be so fun. Learning cursive in Narnia. And it'll just be something for him to do maybe once or twice a week or something. It's not a lot. It just has some quotes from the Chronicles of Narnia books. Like Aslan is on the move from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Then this one, things never happen the same way twice, dear one. Things never happen the same way twice, dear one, from Prince Caspian. And I just really, like I said, I've never really read a lot of C.S. Lewis books, but what I have heard about him or seen his quotes, I just think they are so good. And it does have like some review of all the letters, and it's just really well done. I think it's beautiful. It's got this beautiful lion. So yeah, learning cursive in Narnia. I thought that would be super fun to go along with, because I like themes. I like, all that. All right, let's just go into our thrift books order, and then we'll do the very last one will be a big bulk of our Christian book order. And this is what I got from Thrift Books. It is an older book, but it's a used book. Thrift Books is used, but I don't care. Fundamentals of Literature. Normally these books cost like $40 or $50 if you buy them new. I basically got it for $3 or $4, so it was worth it to me. And all we do is we read it during the year. It gives my oldest an extra piece of reading that I feel like is decent, good, morally good, and straight. And it is actually put on by Bob Jones University. It actually is a whole class of literature that they put out. And so we started doing these books in the 7th grade, and I fell in love with them. So this is going to be our 3rd year to continue on reading their literature book. It is a big chunky book, but it is really, really, really good. I've read some of the stories to him. He's read some of them to me, and I am not kidding. They are so good. Most of the time I'm just saying, you read the story, at the end of your school day, and it is really good. And I know he's going to be getting some good, clean literature, which I love. The next thing I bought from Thrift Books, because we needed it with our curriculum, and I had it, is 101 favorite stories for the Bible from the Bible. I actually used to have a copy of this, but I don't know what happened to it. I'm sure I'll find it, because we're going to be moving, and you're going through every single little thing. But this is going to go with my kids, my younger two, their language arts this year, and it's just Bible stories, and I love it. What is better than having Bible stories? And I know it is King James, if anyone is interested in that. All right, and continuing on with that, this is the curriculum company that I absolutely fell in love with, and is Language Lessons for Living Education from Masterbooks. I fell in love with, oh my nose. I fell in love with their science. We did their science last year for all 3 of my kids. We had started doing something else at the beginning, and I saw it because I was able to get my hands on some of the books. I actually have a Christian bookstore that actually sold all this stuff, and I went there, and I fell in love with the way they do their science. I loved it. I loved God being at the center. I loved them always bringing it back to God, and how he made the things and he designed the things, and all the things go back to God. It was just it was at my core of what I wanted my kids to know. It's what of course they talk about other things. My kids know that there are other belief systems out there, but I want them to get drilled in the belief that God created everything, and how it was created, and how it was made, and is not an accident. It is by perfect, orderly design. And I love that so much. In Masterbooks, I love the way they constantly do that. And so I fell in love with their curriculum. But what I was seeing a lot of, and I could kind of see that, was that like in their language arts curriculum, it might not be enough. So if that is a little bit of a concern, have no fear. I've definitely done the research and added some things in that I want my kids to have along with their language arts. One thing I loved about their master books is, since my younger two are very close in age, I don't think this will hurt at all. My older of the two, my 9-year-old, has always struggled. She will be in 4th grade, and my youngest will be in 3rd grade. My 4th grader has always struggled to some degree with some of the learning and things like that. So, but what I found and what I discovered is that putting them in a lot of the same classes, they feed off of each other in the most precious way. Like, they glean from each other. Like when my right now third grader is learning from the second grader. I mean, I'm not kidding, on things that he knows, like he helps, he teaches. On things she knows, she helps, she teaches. And it's just like the talk. It's just precious. It's just so sweet. And I love that. And I don't want to like take that away. I don't want to separate them into these different grades, because I love that, since I have seen that they do that. So I'm putting them in the same language arts class, and I don't think it's going to hurt my daughter at all. Because when they get to a certain age, like I don't know if it's like 7th grade, when they don't have language arts and master books anymore, I think they go on to something else. That is when they will move on to Fixit Grammar and learn that together. And I'm just so excited about, they're not twins, but I feel like they have that connection. They have what I would consider a similar connection maybe as with a twin. I don't know. It's because they are so close in age, but I just love it. They don't bicker. I feel like if my oldest, I don't know. Maybe I would have loved for him to have that close of a companion like that friend, that in the same class. It would have been so fun. But that was just not what the Lord had. But the Lord did have me have 2 kids and so similar. And not that I would just completely recommend having kids that close together. It's definitely hard, I'm not gonna lie, but the benefits and the fruits that I'm getting to see now is just beyond what I would have ever comprehended that I would be seeing. And being the teacher and being able to have this, I cannot say enough about it. So yes, you will see a lot of their classes will be very similar, and that goes for the language arts for living education. I have them both in the level 3, and I feel like that will be a perfect and I don't think it's going to be lacking in any way. I think you could totally do this and it be plenty. It's a thick, big old book, but and I will do completely different videos for each grade level, but I want to kind of show you how I'm going to pair it all. And it's going to be the level 3 from living education. Then they will have their writing with their Bible heroes. They will have their Bible. They will have their science together. They will have their handwriting. It's going to be a lot. So if you feel like it's lacking in writing or lacking in something, you can add in that piece. But I feel like doing it this way, I'm so excited because they thrived with the masterbooks science this year. And I was loving it. So I got them. We're going whole hog masterbooks with their English as well. Language lessons for living education level 3. And isn't that the cutest little picture? I don't know. It makes me think of Matilda from Roald Dahl book. I love Matilda. We may have to add Matilda this year. I think my kids have already heard Matilda, but I love Matilda. Have y'all ever read the book Matilda? Comment down below. The movie is also super cute. All right. And so that is my youngest 2 language arts curriculum. And along with that, I forgot about this too. Along with that, they will also be doing their Explode the Code. I did not know they did halfers as well. I knew they did 1, 2, 3, and 4, but I also discovered that they had the halves. Now the Explode the Code, I do put them in separate classes because it's just kind of necessary because of the different speeds and stuff they are at. So my 4th grader will have book 2.5. My youngest will have book 1.5, and I'm excited to see what all that has. And my oldest, there is 1 level. I have saved it, and he is going to be in level 8. He did level 7 last year. If I would have even thought about it, I would have always had him in Explode the Code ever since I started. But I love it. It was fun. It was like busy work, but it was really good. I love it. Can't say enough about Explode the Code. I love it so much. Also, my youngest 2 will also have their handwriting, and I'm putting them both in the handwriting book. My youngest has never done cursive, but he is super excited to do cursive. And this is going to be kind of a mix of cursive, and all this stuff was found on Christian Book. And is writing with prayer. I just think it's so sweet. It kind of shows you again how to do the letters and all of that. So it has, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. It has 10 commandments. It has all the good things. I feel like if you're going to do handwriting, you might as well do it with a good meaning behind it, a good message. All right. Then we have their science books. We loved their Masterbook Science, and have no plan to stop. We're moving on. Heaven and Earth for beginners. It has Weather and Water, Universe, and Planet Earth for beginners. I'm so excited. I love it. I'm so thankful I discovered Masterbooks this last year because it is just wonderful. The next thing my younger two will be doing, if you have not already guessed, they are doing Math Lessons for Living Education Level 3. And I'm having them in the same book. I feel like they will grow and learn being in the same. That is one thing. We did the good and the beautiful, and they were both in, I think, level 2. And they thrived being together in the same level. And yes, I will say, and it says recommended for grade 3, suitable for ages 7 to 9. So I feel like even though my daughter will be nearly 10, I feel like she will learn and thrive in these books as well. So they will both be doing Math Lessons for a Living Education Level 3. I feel like that's a good spot. They'll be learning multiplication together. I'm so excited. Then we have, and in case someone thinks that these are not enough, even though I totally feel like just these alone would be enough, we are also going to add in the Practice Makes Perfect. They have these worksheets as well. I added these in for each of them. They weren't that much more to just add these in. Maybe like 10 or 12 or $15 each book, which I feel like, because this is the thing, this is the big pull to Masterbooks as well, is the price. It's a very reasonable price for what you get. It's seriously like, I mean, the price is amazing, honestly. I don't even know what they cost, but I know they're like maybe, I don't even want to say because I don't know for sure. I don't remember. It's like I said, I bought these a little bit over time. But anyway, yeah. So we have the 2 Practice Makes Perfect, 1 for each of them, and the level 3. So if you think that that's not enough, you can get the practice sheets, and it will just kind of, because what I'm seeing in a lot of people's videos about this not being enough, it's like that on its own is not enough. So it's really smart that they came out with these Practice Makes Perfect to like continue to solidify what you are learning. But I don't really think we're going to have an issue. I look and I'm like, I really feel like we'll thrive. And I know it may not work for everyone. All curriculums don't work for everyone. So I love that there's so many to choose from, because then you can pick the ones that work for you best. All right, now we're going to move on to what I picked out the last for my son. My oldest is going to be in 9th grade. He's going to be doing their biology. Like I said, he thrived in their Masterbook Science this last year. And so he will be doing their biology. It also comes with all the biology worksheets. And as far as like, I don't know if it will talk about labs, but I know there is like lab reports and stuff. So I know we're going to be doing some labs and things like that. Maybe some projects and things like that. But I love this. Even just on the back of their book, it says life is from God. And it shows a little baby on an ultrasound. I mean, I love this so much. I love it. And the pictures are just beautiful. Biology. So this will be my son's first high school science credit biology from Masterbooks. I'm so excited. The next thing I found that I thought would be really good, I've heard amazing things about it, and this is going to be for his elective. His first elective for high school. This can't be. Introduction to Logic, I've heard mind-blowing. I've heard it's mind-blowing. So I'm excited to have my mind blown. Introduction. It says from 8th to 10th grade. I definitely feel like this, from everything I've heard about it, looks like a scam. Does anyone get scams and it actually says it's a scam? It's nice of them to, the phone companies. Thank you so much, T-Mobile, for telling me it's a scam. I really appreciate that. So I don't have to pick it up and find out it's a scam. All right, moving on. Introduction to Logic. I really feel like that I will gain from it. I will be teaching this. I love the fact that a lot of his subjects that I still help with, I still teach with. He does do some things on his own. He does his Fixit Grammar. He'll probably do a lot of his writing on his own. He does some math on his own. I do still help with that as well. He does handwriting and explode the code. I have a lot of subjects that he does on his own, which is really super nice. And I think it's good. And the older he gets, he does science on his own for the most part. The older he gets, I like the fact that I'm able to hand the reins over a little bit in his education. I love that. But I also love to draw back, and I do love to still be very much a part of his education. I feel like I am. And he definitely lets me be a part of it. Math. So the math and now the logic, and I love to get these classes that I will grow from. And I've heard that even the homeschool parents are saying that they learned a lot. So yeah, Introduction to Logic, elective number 1. And I don't really know if this will consider like a half credit. I will have to just kind of look around and check. But the other little elective that I got, and I feel like this will go really good with the fallacy, with the logic. I do this every time. When I'm already thinking of something, I just go ahead and pop the word out. But yeah, I think this will go along with his logic. And I don't know if we're going to do like logic for half the year and we'll do this the other half. And it is the cutest. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for cute dogs. So this is called the Fallacy Detective. And I don't know if we're going to be doing this like once a week or twice a week. It's got 38 lessons on how to recognize bad reasoning. Woo! That's a mouthful, but it is something that I feel like is so needed and so necessary in the day and age in which we live. And it looks like it is done so well. It doesn't look like it's like a little book, as you can see. It's not that big. Like, I think it's going to be perfect. I'm so excited. And isn't it cute? The Fallacy Detective, it's just, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm a sucker for cute dogs and cute pictures, but I feel like in this cute little book is going to be packed ways people make hasty generalizations. I think it's going to be good for me. I feel like I have learned so much. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I have learned so much since homeschooling my kids. My writing has improved, my grammar has improved, my history has improved. I actually love history now. I was homeschooled and I did like history, but more I was in that age and mindset was just, I just wanted to get it done. Get it done. Like, what are we really going to need this for? Like, we really do need it. We need to know. But the last thing is his math. Now, this is what we will start out at the beginning of the year. And I'm hoping that he will move through this fairly quickly, since it will be a little bit below his level. But I feel like this is necessary. I feel like we really need this. We did book 1 of the Principles of Mathematics this year. And I wish I would have found this last year because that's really when we needed it. But I feel like some of the other curriculums we used have left some gaps, and being the teacher, we needed to fill those up. We needed to do what it took to get those down. So we did book 1. We are still currently using book 1. We will be finishing that up soon, hopefully by May. We will be finishing that up. The Principles of Mathematics, the Biblical Worldview curriculum. I love it. Even in math, they bring it all back to God, which I love so much. They solidify that in everything. Strengthen, build right upon God. I love that so much. So this is book 2 of the Principles of Mathematics. This is what I got him. And I love this. It is still continuing on with more pre-algebra type stuff. But then if he can finish this, maybe, I don't know how long it will take him, but I'm hoping, because they do actually have, in the very beginning, they have a bit of an accelerated schedule. I'm not going to beat ourselves up over it if we can't get it done. But I'm hoping that maybe by Christmas or January, we can get this finished up so we can move into his algebra book and be finishing that up even in the 10th grade year, and then move in, you know, just keep going in math, because that's what I'm all about, is just keep on going. If we can finish this, we can just keep on going. But I feel like these are things that he really needs to know. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love it. We've really enjoyed the Principles Level 1. And I even jumped around and even went to a Becca 8th grade math this year. And we went back to this because it was just something, it's how his brain understands it. We used Matthew C for a while, but even that wasn't to the extent that this is. We absolutely love Masterbooks math. So I know we will continue with that throughout the high school years. So I hope you guys enjoyed this huge curriculum haul. Now I have to put it back in my cabinet and finish out the previous year that we are currently in. But all this stuff makes me so excited. One thing I love about all this stuff is it is truly things that I love. Like, I am so looking forward to putting this all in my kids' brains and minds and hearts and just praying over it. That's one thing I love to do before we start any kind of homeschool year. I love to pray over the curriculum. I know that may sound kind of weird, but I love to do that. I love to just have it all out, and now would be a really good time to do that. So I may get that done today before I put it all back in my cabinet. That is one thing I love to do, and I highly encourage y'all. It's just something about praying over curriculum and just praying that you as the teacher and the kids, your children as the students, just take it in and it be a blessing. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye bye.